Okay, guys, so a question I get all the time is where do I find small production runs to do in my home shop? Now, my viewers know I don't have any super fancy equipment. I don't have a giant shop. I don't have great lasers and CNCs and all that stuff. Um, these were all cut out on a chop saw and they were all welded together with my TIG welder by hand. So what these are is these go to a live roof company. If you've ever seen, they'll like put moss on a roof. These are the guards that go around all the drains. This is the same company I have done some other production work for. I think the last video I had on them, I made clips. Those clips were for their conveyors to like when the plastic bins come across the conveyor to get filled with dirt and then filled with seed. The clips clip the plastic bins together and protect them so they don't break. So now the plastic bins, they're like a foot wide, so one will fit on each side. They're 2 foot by 2 foot aluminum. They supply the material. I just have to cut it down and weld it together. I bid this job. I came in at $15 a piece. This was my first actual run of them. And I'm fairly happy with the number. As always, when you first do something, you got to build jigs and all that kind of stuff. But they ordered, there's 27 of them. I sent 2 as a sample last week or the week before, end of week before. So there's 25 of them here. They have a ton of different kinds, and I think they said they'll go through like maybe 100 a year, maybe 200 if the year's been really, really good. How I found this company was doing work for everybody and everything and everybody. I did work. I posted an ad in my local paper. A guy read my local paper, and he had a golf cart that needed some welding on. So he texted me. He says, hey, it's not a big job, but if you're interested, I'd love to get this golf cart fixed. So I fixed it. 2 weeks later, he had a different golf cart that needed fixed. So I fixed it. And I don't know, a month later, he called with another golf cart. And finally, I just said, like, okay, I'll fix it. How many golf carts do you have? Just totally being curious. And he said, well, they're not actually for me. They're for a company I work for. And what they have like 20 golf carts, and they use them to, like, workers go out in the fields and work on the moss, tend to the moss, grow the moss, and then put the bins of moss, on trailers and all that kind of stuff. So I said, well, how many golf carts do you have to work on? He says, I probably got 5 more. I said, well, just get it all together, what you need, and I'll come to you guys and I'll fix it, versus him driving a golf cart, trailering a golf cart 40 minutes just for me to fix golf carts. It didn't make any sense. So he brought them to me, and then I started going down there. When I went down there, I got to shake hands. I got to meet other people. I got to meet people above him. I got to meet maintenance guys. And then next thing you know, I'm being called out there to weld on some trailers, and I'm being called out there to build some ramps. And then a little over a year ago, they came to me wanting to know if I would like to build those clips for them. And I said, yeah. So I think we made like 400 of those clips to get through their season of production. Now, those clips can be reused, but eventually they get damaged, worn out, dropped, lost, broken, whatever. He said, so that one might only come every year or so. Well, the guy, and I was just their backup guy. The guy who does everything else decided he was going to retire and move on to something else. So now all the work opened up and it all got bid. So I bid these at $15 a piece. Another company bid them at $11 a piece. But they're giving me a shot at $15 a piece. I told them, I said, I can deliver if I need to deliver them for a little cost, but I can also, like, if you need just a couple, we can expedite it as a rush shop. And that was kind of what they thought they'd go with, because the other company that said $11. They were a bigger company, and it was kind of, their deadlines were more far out. So being a littler guy, I think they figured the first year the job might be $5 to $8,000, I think, is what like their projection was, like how many they'd go through. So $15 a piece. There's just over $400 here, and it took me a day and a half. I cut everything and welded it yesterday, and then I came out this morning and welded a couple more of them and deburred everything and got them ready to go. Made sure everything fit. That includes jig time. Excuse me, it's about to get loud here. Oh, no, it's not. That includes time to build jigs and all that kind of stuff. So anyways, guys, how you find work, how you find production work at home is just getting out, knowing people, and using your resources. Like, you know, I could have not asked questions, and he could have just never said anything, and I might not have this work. So don't be afraid to advertise. Don't be afraid to go to companies, shake hands, be polite, bring donuts, do whatever you got to do, and you'll find some work. So till next video, guys. See ya.